Get down here, Merc.
Hello everybody, this is Garrett. Welcome
to my Final Fantasy VII demo First Impressions video.
I played the demo about twice so far, before work and after work. Both times my recording got screwed up. The first time the recording did not have any sound, so I couldn't upload my live reaction gameplay. The second time the recording just kept skipping on high action parts, so I'm like, whatever. So I'm just gonna give you my first impressions and just show gameplay in the background. So far the game is actually really good. Like, it's just the beginning of the game. So if you have not played the beginning of Final Fantasy VII, then you wouldn't know what's going on. But if you played Final Fantasy VII in the past, then you know exactly what the beginning of the game is. It's the Mako reactor mission where you have to blow up the first Mako reactor in the game, and it's just a recreation of that, but redone 20 minutes later. They use Unreal Engine 4 for this remake. The game runs above 1080p if you're playing on a PlayStation Pro, but it's not quite 4K. If you want to know more details about the resolution, look at Digital Foundry. They did a video about it today. The game is locked at a solid 30 FPS on PlayStation 4 Pro. Don't know exactly what the frame rate's going to be like on the final build or on the base PS4, because I don't run base PS4 games, or don't run it the base PS4 system, so expect that. I know Kingdom Hearts 3 has an unlocked frame rate, so the game actually performs a little better. You know, Final Fantasy VII is not going to be like that. Final Fantasy VII Remake is a PlayStation 4 exclusive. It might go on other platforms later, maybe PC, but if you're interested in this game, you better have a PlayStation 4. If not, you're not playing it. However, I think it should be on other platforms, mainly because it would sell a lot more copies if it was on PC or Xbox. Maybe not so much on Xbox, but mainly on PC. So I think the game would sell a lot more copies if it was on other platforms as well. The combat is no longer turn-based. It is an action RPG combat system. Kind of reminds me of Final Fantasy 15. Then they also have some elements of Final Fantasy 13 in there as well. You get your ATB meter up, active time battle system bar up. Then you can do like special abilities with Cloud and Barret. Then you can also do like use your items if you have your ATB meter up, and use your materia. They call spells in this game materia. So Cloud starts out with fire, and Barret starts out with thunder and cure. So Barret could be your main healer in the very beginning of the game until you change the role to someone else later on in the game. So the controls is something that you have to get used to. Let me give you an example. The system where you can pause the battle and select your ability or select your item or select spell is mapped to your X button, but dodging is mapped to the circle button. And with me personally, I always started pausing the battle instead of dodging, so I have to get used to circle being dodge. Then you have square and triangle as your attack buttons. So let's just say your Cloud, your basic attacks is square, your more powerful attacks is triangle. Then you can hold square for a charge attack. So that's actually pretty cool. Overall, I think the battle system, even though it's an action-based battle system, it's still good because it still requires a lot of strategizing like you would in a turn-based RPG game. So don't just mash buttons. You know, certain enemies have certain weaknesses. Let me give you an example. The Scorpion boss is weak against thunder, so you have to switch to Bear to use his thunder spell. Then when he gets his armor up, I usually use thunder. Then I also use fire, and that usually breaks his armor. Some enemies are out of reach, so you switch to Bear to use his guns, and you switch back to Cloud to fight the grounded enemies. However, it doesn't seem like you can give certain characters certain roles in the game like you can in Persona. So just keep that in mind. The AI of your main characters is not that great right now, so maybe they'll improve it later on. You can also lock onto enemies as well, but these controls are something that you have to get used to, so just keep that in mind. And we're going to talk about gameplay outside of combat. It reminds me a lot like Final Fantasy 15, like the way you move and all that. I don't know, it's really hard to explain it. The gameplay is very smooth, and they did a really good job of recreating the original in 2020. So like in the original, when you open the door, there's a certain door you open, then it pans to the Shinra building. It does the same thing in this game, and it looks nice. The intro is a little different, but the way you get off the train is pretty much the same thing. And when the actual characters are being voiced, it just adds so much. And in the demo, every character is voiced. You don't really talk to a lot of NPCs in the demo because there are none in the beginning of the game. So you just talk to your main group of people, and even the side characters like Jesse and Biggs, they're all voiced. So, and you can actually talk to them, and you can actually hear their voice. So that's actually good. A lot of Japanese games don't have everything voiced, especially with like Judgment and Yakuza games. There's a big section of the game where it's just text. Sorry, I just had a cough attack. So hopefully in the final build that everyone would be voiced in this game. So, and the cool thing is, another cool thing is in this game, where if you hear some side characters talking, you can actually see the text dialogue in a corner of your screen, so you can actually read it still, just in case you can't hear it. And that is really cool. The voice acting in this game is very spot on. I can't tell you for sure if it's the same voice actors in the Advent Children movie, but they did a really good job with Cloud, with Barrett. Barrett's a lot more believable in this game than I believe in Advent Children. I think Red 13 has a different voice actor from the movie, but he's not in the demo, so I'm not going to get into detail about that. So the voice acting is spot on. We're going to talk about graphics. We're going to talk a little bit more about graphics. So the graphics in this game, it looks like you're watching Advent Children, the movie. So we're at that point where it looks like a CG movie, and it just looks so good. Like, you're seeing the gameplay right now, even though it's locked at 30, the graphics look amazing. Like, they did a really good job with the presentation of the game. So hopefully it stays like that throughout the whole game. We're just gonna have to see on April 10th. I'm probably gonna request off Monday and Tuesday that week, so I can prepare myself to play the game and get the game on a midnight release, because I'm getting a physical copy. I think I'm getting the steelbook. So, and I don't want to be stuck at work until 10 and having to rush to GameStop and getting the game, and they'll probably won't even have it, or the store would be closed. So I'm just gonna request both days off. If it's on a Thursday and Friday, then we'll see. I don't know exactly what day April 10th is gonna be. Overall, the demo, it's good. It's free, so you don't need to buy the demo. It should be free. You should never buy demos, so play it. And let me know what you think in the comments section. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out Console Gaming Radio. We had a guest speaker on. His name is Matt. He was in the military. We talked about gaming in the military. So if you want to hear a good conversation about that, be sure to watch that live stream as well. So I'll see you guys later.
Bye, homies. Hee hee.
It's a good thing I know. Doors open! We don't have a lot of time here. Pick up the pace, people!
Can you walk?
If I couldn't, believe me, you'd be the first to know.
I'll take that as a yes.
Okay, that was pretty cool. All right, come on.